Hi there, guys and girls. I just thought I'd do I just wanted to do a quick video here about the title screens of Mortal Kombat. You know, starting from the first one up to like 11 main series games. Don't worry about Trilogy and Gold and Special Forces. I'm not including them. Main series games. MK1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? I wanted to do this because, like, the other night, I was streaming and I was showing off the new MK11 skins. And it's always bugged me, this MK11 title screen. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, what is it? Seriously. Can anyone tell me? Let me check that chat's working too. Sorry, I'm just doing this like gangster, set this up quickly sort of thing. So let me just check the chat's working because I want people to be able to join in if they want to say stuff. That's not working. It should be working. It's not working. Give me a second, guys. Oh no, it is working. There it is. It suddenly came up. It's working now, okay. I don't know why there was a delay. It's fucking weird. Alright, so I just don't understand what the MK11 title screen is. Like, what is that crap? What are all those floating things? Like, what am I looking at? Is this Outworld? Is this Earthrealm? Is this Dark Khan Realm? What the fuck is it? It's very unclear. It doesn't say Mortal Kombat to me at all. It feels very Injustice. I don't know why. It feels like superhero-y or something. I don't know what the fuck is with that background. Like, seriously. I don't get it. And when Aftermath came out, you know what they did when Aftermath came out? You know these little highlights on these little meteorites? You know, see where, like, that little highlights where it's, like, a bit lighter blue? They made those gold. They changed one colour when Aftermath came out. They made those highlights on those meteorites, or the crystals, or whatever the fuck they are. They made them gold. Oh, they changed the logo too. Sorry, apologies. They changed the logo from Mortal Kombat 11 to Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. And like, look, the title screen is nothing great about it. Okay, I get it. It's just there to, you know, be functional, right? This is the current 11 one when you start a game, right? So there's two elements. There's sort of two elements that come into play with a title screen. There's something fucking on the floor here. There's the foreground functional elements, which are like, you know, combat card, your store link, you conquer, you fight, you customize, you learn. You've got the functional, sort of the top layer of things. And then you've got like a background image, right? For me, the background image should tell me everything about Mortal Kombat 11. Okay? It should set a tone, a place, an environment, something, right? If we go back to this one, ignore the Mortal Kombat 11. What does that tell you about Mortal Kombat 11? Where is this in Mortal Kombat 11? Where is the floating realm of weird crystalline rock meteorites? I don't remember that from Mortal Kombat 11. Do you? Is it a part of the Crypt I haven't been to or something? What the fuck is this? This title screen sucks so bad. This is like the worst one. And believe me, I'm going to talk about it all more, okay? I think that this is the absolute worst title screen. And that's saying something because, like, the MK4 one literally just says Mortal Kombat 4 start game. But at least it doesn't have some picture that makes no fucking sense. And that's why this is the worst. Because that picture makes no goddamn sense to Mortal Kombat. It doesn't tell me anything about the game. At all. If that looked like Outworld, if it looked like, I don't know, Outworld, Earth Realm, whatever realm, it'd be different. But it's just so shit. It's so lazy. I don't understand how that relates to Mortal Kombat. You know what? If I ever got the chance, which probably will never happen again, if I ever get the chance to talk to someone on the MK team, I'm going to be like, that Mortal Kombat 11 screen, like, what the fuck was that about? Like, really? I'm going to be, I seriously want to ask them, what did the Mortal Kombat 11 screen mean? What did that background mean? Where is that? Yeah, make Outworld purple again. Fuck. This is shit, man. It's shit. Alright, let's start at the first one. Look, Mortal Kombat 1, right? Arcade. Arcades have to be fast and snappy, right? So, look, you got a really basic thing here. You got a nice slideshow of the characters in the game going up and down on each side, like this. And then in the middle, you got all the functionality I talked about. How many credits, how much to get a credit, you know, and press start to start the game, right? That's perfect for the first game. Perfect. You can't do anything, you can't go wrong with that, because it's showing you the characters, it's showing you who you can be in the game before you even put money in. Okay? Now, next, Mortal Kombat 2. Look, Mortal Kombat 2 is probably the best out of all the arcade ones, honestly. Look at this, right? Look at this. You got a header. It says MK2, right? How many credits you got in there? How much for a credit? And insert a coin to get a credit. But the best part about this, it's the background. That background by Tony Goski, that the Wastelands of Outworld, says everything. Because if you've played the first Mortal Kombat, it was on Shang Tsung's Island, between Earthrealm and Outworld. Right? Mortal Kombat 2 brings the player to Outworld, to a foreign place. Everything looks strange and weird. Okay? None of the stuff on Shang Tsung's Island looked strange and weird. It looked very Shaolin Temple-like. Okay? So, the fact that we use this background here is perfection. Because it's like, oh, that place looks strange. What's that building in the background? Look at all these dead bodies here, like, that are impaled on spikes, and the skeletons here, and there's some ruins over here, and like there's a foreground platform here. You know, it's some mountains in the background. It's very interesting. It's probably the best out of the arcade title screens. You know, you've been watching some Looney Tunes in your room while my older brother is sleeping. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's nice and irrelevant, but yeah, cool. So, MK2, fantastic. Go next. MK3. MK3, this is where it kind of gets a bit boring here. You got the title again. Like MK2, you got the title, you got the credits, how much for a credit, and insert a coin to get a credit, right? But the background sucks. It's just crumpled paper. There's nothing much you can really say about this. This is where it's got a bit lazy. MK3 and UMK3, I thought had lazy title screens. You know, especially after that beautiful MK2 one. You know, honestly, I could have just had the street there, or, you know, the bridge. You know, the street is a really great background because it has Khan's building in the background with the portal above it, and that would have been perfect. Or even the rooftop stage would have been perfect as a background image for that title screen. That shows the invasion over Earth, right? MK1 was very Enter the Dragon, correct. Is that water? No, it's like crumpled paper or marble or something. I don't know. It looks like crumpled paper to me. I think it's supposed to be like stone, you know, but it just looks like crumpled paper. Right, let's go next one. See, whoops, sorry, that's MK4. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. See, I put these in order, and then as soon as I started the live stream, they went out of order. Alright, that's what happens. This is UMK3. Right. Again, it's functional. I understand they have a few more things to have on this title screen. They want standard Mortal Kombat, 4-on-4 player, 8-player selection, how many credits you got, how much for credits. You know, so I get there's more information to be shown on this screen. So, I understand them kind of wanting to have no picture, I guess, behind it. but I still think they could have dressed up this stone here, and this is definitely better than the MK3 one. They could have dressed up this stone, had a few little skulls on the corners or something. I don't know, just make it interesting, It wasn't though, and this is the one I probably saw the most because when I bought my arcade machine, I wouldn't stop playing. I was playing it like every day, I still play it all the time. Hey Vin, how's it going, mate? So this title screen, very lazy, very, very, very lazy. Where'd MK4 go? Okay, MK4 traveling hot off the heels of UMK3, same thing. At least this had a logo though. So the UMK3 one had no logo. It just said Mortal Kombat 4-player, At least this one says MK4, one-on-one combat 2-on-2 credits. So I like this one more than the UMK3 one. I don't know what that background is. I guess it's some sort of stone or marble again. This one looks weird. It's very blue, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure what they were going for with that, but, A lot of people hate MK4. I didn't hate MK4. I actually quite enjoyed it. It's a very fast-paced arcade. If you play it on arcade, the experience is different to playing it on console. And let me explain why. The arcade one looked exactly like the Nintendo 64 one, okay? The Nintendo 64 version of MK4 is arcade perfect. And a lot of people go, but the Sony PlayStation one... Yeah, that's right. So what happened was technology at some stage evolved with OpenGL and 3D graphics, and when MK4 went on the home market, the PlayStation and PC ones took advantage. So they had, fully rendered cutscenes and graphical enhancements like that, mostly with the FMVs, right? So people always say, yeah, the PlayStation 1. And in hindsight, if you're talking about the home versions alone, yes, I do believe that the PlayStation and PC ones are better. They're more fun. Those cutscenes are really campy. But if you are a purist and you want to play the arcade one, how the arcade one looked, and it's very polygony and that, and even someone in there saying 4H horribly, I guess that's true, but the technology at the time was very cutting edge. I've got the flyer somewhere. It says something on it like death comes at 1.2 billion polygons a second. So the Zeus chip that ran on the arcade, and this is why I couldn't emulate this thing for like the longest time. They couldn't emulate the Zeus chip because it was so powerful. They only recently, just to show you guys that the technology was good, only recently has MK4 been able to run on an emulator. I had to load it up and get that screenshot. I didn't have it, and when I say recently, probably the last 2-3 years or something, it started working, with better graphic cards and stuff. So, that's the thing with MK4, More cards, yeah. I've got that on Nintendo 64. I think I streamed it one night. I had no idea what I was doing. I should stream that again. You just reminded me of something. I watched the Insert Coin documentary. I'm just going to insert this here. And there was this rivalry inside Midway between teams. So the MK team and the War Gods team would give each other shit, and they were pushed by upper management to sort of be the best game and make the company the most money, and they would have this sort of mudslinging competition, how many copies did you sell? And they would give each other crap around the office, I had no idea about any of that. I honestly, that was actually a really interesting part of Insert Coin documentary. Make sure you check that out. It's very good. But going back to this, yeah, MK4. Title screen was functional. Where are we going next? MK4, we're going Deadly Alliance. Deadly Alliance, beautiful title screen, right? This is the first Mortal Kombat to go on the home market, right? And what I was talking about before, about dressing up the UMK3 one with skulls and stuff, just the borders around the face opponents across Outworld to defeat the Deadly Alliance. Look how the border of that box is made to look sharp, the edges of swords, pointy, and they've got that skull in the middle on the top. It just looks good, and it's just the border of a box. And this just goes to show you don't have to even have big images to sell stuff. You can just put a few little decorative things, put a bit of thought into the look, and you can get a lot out of it, you know. Even if that skull wasn't there, it would still look interesting. Because, like, the box is of odd shape, it's got a curvature top, it's got these points coming out of it, you know, and that makes it interesting. If you just put a box there, a square box, it's like, you know, eh. But, you know, this is a great title screen. You got the dragon selector there, you got that, all the options over this fire pit. You know, all the options that you can select: arcade versus practice conquest, the Crypt player profile options, and content. And then when you'd select one, it would then go down the hallway and either go, I think, left or right, or through the dragon. The dragon would like roll across, and you'd go like through the fire. It was a cool title screen, man. But I mean, they really wanted to make a splash. This was do or die for MK. This was, and for Midway. There was a 5-year gap between Mortal Kombat 4 and this game. So this game had to have some level of success. Otherwise, no more MK, right? And it did well enough to keep the franchise going, luckily. Because if it didn't, that would have been the end of it, you know? So this title screen, like, fantastic, right? Then you got Deception. I think someone said it earlier. Deception is my favourite. Yeah, Deception is just great. Lots of interesting things going on here. You've got a random character that shows up on the title screen. Any character you have unlocked can show up in that position. Will show off any of the characters if they're unlocked. So even the secret ones can appear once they're unlocked, like Zombie Liu Kang. It tells you there what you've got selected, combat, and then what selecting that will take you to. Classic Mortal Kombat fighting. L, enter your profile code. So you have a code for your own profile to what you've unlocked. If multiple people play on the system, they have their own profile codes. And then again, you got the list of options: chess combat, puzzle combat, conquest, Xbox Live, the Crypt, content, profiles, and game options. And then in the background, you've got these beautiful, like, Asian-inspired temples, you know, with the Mortal Kombat logo on top of them, and big higher temples here on the left side that go right up. And then you've got this beautiful banner here that's like hanging with the dragon, and it's got, I don't know, is that Japanese writing? That also changes if you leave it on the title screen. I've had this animated. That alternates between Japanese and English, and then those letters change to Deception. You know, it's a really, really good title screen. Yeah, and a lot of people right now are saying it's the best one. It's the best one. It really is, because it shows off the characters. It has a great background. It's functional. It's just fantastic, you know. Yeah, everyone wants a remaster of it, but they won't do it. I just know they'll never fucking do it. I just know. It's infuriating, guys. It really is, you know. Alright, next. These went out of order, which is really annoying. Apologise. I set them up and then, I don't know, got changed around. Here we go. Armageddon. Armageddon was great too. It had this this system of having a character real close up, and then a supporting character sort of behind them. So, and what I say about that is, like, there's a Sindel Shah Khan cover. Those two characters, their story is related. There's a Scorpion Sub-Zero cover. There's a Kano Sonya cover. You know, so the characters have something in common, and they're both on the title screen. So one character like Scorpion will be front and center, and then behind it will be Sub-Zero, like doing a cool pose, right? And then you get this, you know, one of the stages that sets the scene as well. Again, you've got the list of options: Combat, Creator, Fighter, Conquest, Motor Combat, MK Online, the Crypt, Extras, Profile, and Options. And I want to enter your profile code. So Armageddon was great as well. Fantastic. Beautiful title screens. Love them. What's next? Now, MKDC. I know. You all hate it. I don't. Alright. But we're talking about title screens here. This title screen is fucking perfect. Look at it. MK, menu, DC. So straight away we know it's MK versus DC. Again, you got a list of options. Not many, because it's MKDC. 1 player, 2 player, Xbox Live, extras and options. And then you've got a character front and center. So we got Batman here. And Batman in front of Gotham City. You can't ask for more than that. Those two characters have something in common. the character of the city of Gotham City is where Batman's from, and the character of Batman himself. You know, so that's a good background. I don't remember if it... I think it did alternate between Mortal Kombat characters when you went to options. I think Scorpion came up and threw the harpoon, like, but it stayed in Gotham City, so there was a bit of a Mortal Kombat aspect to it. It's a good title screen. It's better than MK11. Fight me on this. Fight me. Anyone in the chat going, no, it's not. Oh, fight me. You tell me how the Mortal Kombat 11 screen is better than this one. Tell me. What is that floating shit? No one knows. The Mortal Kombat games are backwards compatible. Yeah, I know. We'd really love to get backwards compatibility. Even if they didn't do the upscale, I'd just love to be able to play them, to be honest. I'd love them just to be patched. And Xbox was doing that for a while. And that's why when I play Deception, I play the Xbox one. Even though the font doesn't display sort of properly, the game itself does. Like, the sprites are just stretched up, so upscaled. So the game actually plays quite nicely if you ignore the broken fonts. But you can still read them. They just look weird. Bad MK game, great DC game. Interesting point of view. I guess that's true to some aspect. MK versus DC is like a prototype of MK9 Injustice. Correct, it is. And it really did lay the foundation for MK9, MKDC. We wouldn't have such a great MK9 game if this one didn't come before it. So you should thank it for that. You know, because that allowed them to test everything, get everything in place, get a HD engine running, modify the Unreal Engine to make it a fighting game. You know, up to this point it was a shooting game. I think Midway was one of the first that modified it to do something else. They modified the fuck out of it. Shows how talented the programmers are over there. Alright. Where we go now? We're going where... and this, I just need to say, this is, I think, the Vita version. I couldn't find a good quality one of the MK9 ones, so... But it's basically the same. I think it's just got that extra bonus challenge tower. But basically the same. MK9 title screen. Perfect. As you would select things on the list, Scorpion would, like, punch Sub-Zero, or, like, it would go X-ray, like, or go, like, see-through, and then you got this Khan's Arena in the background. They're fighting Khan's Arena. The theme of this is perfect. There's blood all around the title screen in the corners. Look, blood in the top left, and the bottom right. There's blood. There's, like, Scorpion's fist is on fire as he uppercuts that piece of shit Sub-Zero. You know, it's like such a great title screen. The renders in MK9 was so, like, in your face. I loved that about it. I remember from the first time I saw Mortal Kombat 9, from the first time I saw it, the characters were so, like, high res and, like, detailed. I'm like, fuck, they know what they're doing with this game. They're really, like, selling the characters. I really like that. MK Trilogy on steroids. Yeah, pretty much. MK9 is one of the best for me. Every time I fire it up, I think it's chocolate, motherfucker. It is. It's chocolate. It's about time to have a new MK. That straight up fighting game needs something. Conquest or Shaolin Monks, even Mythology Sub-Zero. Yeah, it's the best MK. Yeah, a lot of people would say that this is the best Mortal Kombat game. I would honestly say Mortal Kombat 9 is probably the best out of the home games. MK9 or Deception for me would probably be the best in the home series games. They both offer so much, you know. Yeah, you know, so. What about the GBA MK title? Oh, well, I'm not talking about the side ones. I started the stream by saying that. I'm not talking about, you know, Tournament Edition or Shaolin Monks or MK Gold or Trilogy. I'm not including that in this. I'm just talking about the main series ones to get a gist, you know. Because I believe the main series ones are the main thing we're concentrating on. And I just wanted to show you guys, like, how the screens have changed, you know, throughout the years as well. And my opinions on them. At least I got Street Fighter in case I lost interest in Mortal Kombat. Deadly Alliance was way underrated, but it was still good. Yeah, Deadly Alliance was good. And remember, I'm just talking about the title screens in this video. Just the title screens. I know this is just a weird thing to talk about, but it bugs me. It does, because, like, these title screens get you in the mood to play the game. Like, when you turn the game on, it's got to, like, keep me invested. If I make the effort to press the button on the console and turn it on because I want to play a game, I think, oh yeah, Mortal Kombat, that's cool. Turn it on. It's then got to raise my expectation even more when I get to the title screen, because I just waded through all those other fucking splash screens, you know, oh, the copyright, Warner Brothers, blah, 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 blah. You wade through all that shit, all those logos, all that crap, you know, you've already started to lose interest. Because you want it to play, and you turn it on, then you get hit with all those title screens, and you're like, oh, fuck this, you know. And then the title screen comes up. That's supposed to then get me reinvested. Oh, that's why I turned the console on. That's right. So I'm playing MK. So having a good title screen is very important. Having a good select screen, again, very important as well. So, after MK9, we get MKX. Now, look, I know a lot of you, it's very divided on MKX. It's so divisive, MKX. But you gotta hand it to them. The title screen is fucking awesome. It really is. It's fucking awesome. Because you pick a team, and as you can see, I picked Kano because I'm Australian, and I picked the Black Dragon faction. So there were 6 factions to pick from. If you picked the Kano one, you got this screen. So it had like a special forces guy, fucking or girl, tied up, being tortured there in the background, and in the foreground you got this knife, like he's probably used it on her, you know, and then and the eyepiece, you know, and some of those chest implant things, you know, and some wires and shit, you know, showing the cybernetic side of the Black Dragon, and they're in some fucking warehouse, right? Very, very criminal. It's perfect. And then you got a list of options again: 1 player, 2 player, online, faction, crypt, options, extra, and change profile. This title screen is really good. And then you've got those banners up the top that are, you know, sort of marketing to you what's happening next. You got Tremor coming soon. That's when I took this screenshot. You know, who's the faction leader right now, and the next tower coming, which was Mortal Kombat 2, and that's probably why I took the screenshot for the MK2 image there. It's a really, it doesn't matter how much you don't like MKX, but that's a really good title screen. It really is. It really does look good. You know, and I sometimes go back a lot to MKX, and I look at the skins and the title screens and everything, and I know the story's a bit, it's strange, because it's like, MKX struggles because it follows MK9, such a good game, and I think it struggles because the story is very divisive after MK9, because a lot of people died in MK9. It's hard to pick that up and then run with it, and have a game, and then introduce new characters that people are going to love off the bat. You can't do it. Like, it's just, Sub-Zero and Scorpion have been around forever, you know, and so is Nightwolf, Sindel, you know, some of those characters that will kill Jade, Striker, you know, they have fan bases. You can't just introduce new ones and expect them to be loved straight away. So, people are always, you know, I understand why people don't like MKX, but the design of it and the graphics, fucking great. They really are. The skins were so good too, the options were good, the towers were good. You know, it was a really good game. I actually played this more than MK11. I did. Right? And that brings us to this shit, which I already sort of talked about at the start. What in God's name is this? Someone tell me. What is it? You know what it reminds me of? A fucking card game. It's like, why are they cards? Is this Magic the Gathering? That's what it looks like. Oh, these are my 4 cards. What do you got that can beat my 4 cards? It doesn't, it's functional, okay? Like I said, a title screen needs to be functional, and it needs to look good. It's functional, but it doesn't look good. It looks like shit. I hate this title screen. I fucking hate it. I really do. Because you know why? I have no idea what that background is. What is it? Does anyone know in the chat? I'm going to just sit here for a second and let you guys answer. What is that background? And is it in Mortal Kombat? Because I don't know. Noob Subot's poop, is that it? Oh, okay. Oh, it's Hogwarts! You're a wizard, Harry. A lot of cubes. What is it? It's random. It's probably like... you can probably just light up Photoshop and just make that. It's probably just some placeholder thing. Probably comes from some plugin. Generate asteroids. Space asteroids. I hate the roster. Well, I'm not really talking about the roster, but I'm just saying... I remember seeing an image like MK11's menu similar to something like MK9's challenge tower. Sometimes the background would change and something similar was used. I have those. That's a good comment. Hang on a sec. Let me see if I can find them. I know what you're talking about exactly. I actually think I have them handy. Let me have a look. If I can find them. Sorry, there's a lot of like ripped Mortal Kombat stuff in different places, and sometimes I have trouble finding things. Everything should be in the same place, but it doesn't always work out that way. Rips. Yeah, see, it's not here. Fuck. Damn it, I don't have Mandy. Huh. I know what you're talking about. As you progress through the challenge tower, there's, I think, 4 different backgrounds. But those backgrounds were relevant to the challenge tower. They were. Because the top one had, like, the floating pyramids. And they were relevant because as you got higher and higher up the tower, you got up to, like, you know, up into the sky with the floating pyramid. Like those backgrounds were actually relevant. But I can see what you're saying. They did feel slightly disconnected, but not like this. This background doesn't have any connection to MK at all. I remember thinking the ones with the floating pyramids kind of reminded me of Order Realm. It felt very Order Realm, you know. Just catching up on the chat here. I think Chronica's dwelling with the big light coming. Oh, you think this is Chronica's keep or something? Could be. I thought she's sort of in some sort of like space. Let's have a look. I've got Chronica's keep here somewhere. Somewhere. I saved it somewhere. Kombat 11. Where did I save those damn backgrounds? I did save them. I'm trying to find them. Where the fuck are they? Should be in this folder. They're not. Oh no, there it is. Arenas. We've got Goro's Lair. Shang Tsung's Courtyard. Well, Chronica's Keep looks like this inside. Okay. I guess you could say the colours match. The black and that. But like the floating rocks and shit. Like, where is that? Like, don't get it. I don't get it. Catching up on the chat again. Chat. MK9 is my favourite of the new generation, with the light being in the hourglass. A lot of people are saying that this is Chronic Escape. Well, I tell you what, if it is, I don't think it is. When I see that background. Look at it. You can't even see an hourglass. Like, if you could see the hourglass in that glow a bit, fair enough. You can't see a goddamn thing. What is it? It's Krypton. I swear it's Krypton. It's like the new old Krypton. It's like a new version of Krypton. That's where Superman came from, because Injustice 2. And those black things are black kryptonite crystals. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. This doesn't say Mortal Kombat to me at all. At all. It's the Fortress of Solitude. I'm not knocking Superman. I've watched a lot of Superman shit, but it just looks like that. It fucking looks like that. You think you guys? Okay, I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna fucking prove it. Hang on a second. I gotta download something because I don't know where the original is. I'll just get it from my site. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna fucking prove it. Even the MKDC one looks better. God damn it! Even the MKDC one looks better. Seriously, I'm trying to make a point here. It's making me laugh. It's not coronavirus, it's a irritated throat. Oh, I hope it's not coronavirus. If this is my last video, can someone please tell them Mortal Kombat team members to fix the fucking title screen? Thanks. This is MK versus DC Universe in comparison. Now look, I know it's a lot brighter, but doesn't it look the same? With its crystals. That's the Fortress of Solitude. There's two screenshots because there's an upper and a lower. I don't know if you guys remember MKDC, but there was an upper and lower part of the arena. So I think this was the lower part. That looks exactly like MK11, just without that dark, saturated, depressed overtone. MKDC is canon. I will tell you again that MKDC is canon. People think it's not. It fucking is. It happens in the timeline. Okay? It happens in the timeline between MK9 and MKX. MKDC happened. Sorry. between MK Armageddon and MK9, sorry. Yeah. Doom Eternal lets you customize your menus and background. That's fucking awesome. Are you serious? That's fucking cool. That's sweet. I should be playing that game. This is the other part of the Fortress of Solitude. And this is what was making me giggle before. Saying even MKDC gets it right. See, this is Superman's Fortress of Solitude background. Even this straight away is themed by Superman. He's got images of his parents there holding up a globe, which I guess was Krypton, as part of the sculptured background. It just looks really cool, man. Like, I think a lot of people forget how cool some of the art is on MKDC. It has some fucking really nice art. You know, I still stand by that game. I still think it was fun. It's missing all the features though. There's no mini games. There's nothing. It's really vanilla. It's just the game, the story mode. That's it. You know, but I still think it was good. You know, but don't they look the same? Now I'm gonna approve another thing. I think I've got some Injustice stuff. I'm gonna now load up Injustice stuff and show you. Fuck. And show you that it looks exactly the same as Injustice. Let me see if I can find some Injustice 1 stuff first. Injustice 1, I'd probably say not, actually. I used to find some really interesting Injustice 1 artwork. Injustice 1 actually doesn't really look like this, like what I'm ripping on now. It had these cool, like, banners and stuff. It does. Yeah, I'm gonna revise what I said. It doesn't look like Injustice 1. It looks like Injustice 2, big time. I'm gonna prove it right now. I'm gonna find some artwork. Now, are they not unpacked? I'm looking for... There's a certain thing I'm looking for. Hang on. Is that it? That's it. That's the ones I was looking for. These. I think that this and this look exactly the fucking same. I guess it's the color tone. Right? But even the Injustice 2 ones are better because they have characters on the title screen. Even though they look the same in tone, in color type, the Injustice ones are better than the MK11. The Injustice. This isn't the title screen though. To be fair, these are character artwork, so I guess that doesn't really count. Injustice 2 title screen. What was that again? I'm trying to think. Injustice 1 had all this like frozen ice or some shit. What was the Injustice 2 title screen? You're looking Injustice 2 title screen. I have a feeling it's close to this. Images. Oh, that's right. It was in Batman's. It's better. It was in Batman's friggin' lair or something. Batman's cave, the Batcave. That's better as well. Shit. This MK11 one, it's even worse than Injustice. I don't even like Injustice. That title screen's better. It's in the Batcave. It's got Batman there on the computer, and then it's got the list of options. You know, the one I'm looking at, the graphics settings. You know. What did I just click on? I didn't mean to click that. What is it? Can anyone tell me? What is it? What is it? No one knows. NetherRealm. I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching this video so bad. No one knows what that shit is. Can't you put Scorpion there or something? Can't you put something Mortal Kombat on the title screen instead of some random fucking floating turd that no one knows City of blocks. Exactly. It's... What is it? What the fuck is it? I hope you're watching the video so bad. I hope you're getting mad too. Oh, it doesn't understand anything about MK11. Everyone knows that that's Chronica's Keep. Doesn't look like it to me. I hope you're getting mad. Because I don't know what this shit is. Can't you put a character on it? Can't you put Shah Khan like here or something? Like this? Can't you put Shah Khan in the corner or something? That would be more interesting. Like, why can't you do that? like, why can't you put something Mortal Kombat on the Mortal Kombat 11 title screen? Something Mortal Kombat 11 there. Like, why can't you do something? Seriously? Like, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? How about this? Put some ninjas down here. How about that? There we go. Mortal Kombat 11. There we go. Look, I made the title screen better in 10 seconds. Just like that. Boom. There we go. Look, I put some characters there. That's more interesting. Even though that isn't even cut properly and is the wrong background and the legs are missing, it's still better. It's still better than your generic, rubbishy piece of shit MK11 lazy title screen. And the Aftermath one is worse because you just changed the tips of these the city of blocks. You put a gold tinge on it. Let me see if I can find it. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath title. Oops, screen. Okay. See if I can find it. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys. There it is. I found it. I'll get rid of this for a sec, because I want to put them over the top of each other. We'll make the title like twice the size, and we'll change the background buildings. We'll put like gold tips on them instead of blue tips. That's so shit. Like, how long would it take them to change this crap? Like, you could have that done in a day. You could have a different image. You wouldn't even have to spend a day on it. I'm sure Steve Baran, who's in charge of the art department, or Jennifer Hendrick or something, could whip up something better than this in like 10 seconds. Like, seriously. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? These suck. These suck so bad. Oops. These suck so bad. It makes me laugh because it's just so shit. It's so shit. Look at this. MKX even shits on it. Look at the difference in detail. Look at the difference in how much more interesting that is over that. Or you could have this. We'll put it in giant fucking letters and shove it in your face. Because Aftermath! You like that shit? And we'll make it gold. Because gold means precious. Because that's how much money we made off it. Because it was over... Oh, and that's another video. Oh, man. Or you could have that. Or you could have that. I'd rather have that than that. Look how much better that is. And it's dated graphics. It's still better. That's better. That's better. 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 The best. Better. If you got anything further to say it now, because I've run. I think I've run out of ranting. I think I've run out of things to say because like it's just so shit, and it's just such a small thing in the game. Like honestly, it shouldn't even matter. I know the title screen doesn't really mean much, but the fact that it doesn't really mean much means that they could have come up with something better. Like there had to have been a way to come up with something better. Like I think the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. See, I hate this title screen, by the way. I fucking hate it. I'm deleting it. I think the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath key art is better. Right? So, I'll just give you guys a bit of a lesson on how marketing talks about assets. When they announce a game, they have a piece of art called a key art, and that's like the main reference art that is used to reference the thing coming out or the thing that's out, whatever, right? So it's always a really good like piece of artwork, well, mostly. So I'm trying to show the Aftermath one. I've got it saved. It's in a different location. That's all. Right. Here we go. So it's that one. Is that the one? Oh, this is the one I saved without the writing. What was that? I don't know where that came from. That's actually really cool. Aftermath. Here we go, I found it. Okay. So, this is the key art for Aftermath. This should be the title screen, I believe. So it's taken a while because it's high-res. There we go. That is the main artwork for Aftermath. That should be the title screen. Not that trash that I had up just before with the gold and the black background that no one... This, to me, is more interesting. That should be the title screen. That's great. The renders look great. The characters look great. The dragon looks great. The effects on the characters look great. It's just... It looks so much better. And it's not dark and fucking... It's not the Dark Knight. And the Dark Knight look, the desaturated, oh, heaps of blacks, heaps of greys, heaps of dark blues effects. Yeah, that can be great. But when you keep doing it, it just gets boring after a while, because it is a boring look, you know. Key art doesn't look that bad. I think it's quite nice. I actually really like this key art. It doesn't matter how much you like or hate Aftermath. I think Raiden looks really great here. He's sort of hiding his face a bit. Fujin there, front and center. This is the first like high-res, like new high-quality Fujin render we got. And Shang Tsung being a devious brick on the left there. What do I think about the MK11 defense mechanic? I don't really know much about mechanics on MK11, dude. I don't really play the game much at all. In fact, if you watch me play, my defense is absolutely dog shit, because I don't remember which moves are wake-up moves or which is that. I just basically go in for the attack. I get hammered. I'm like a terrible MK11 player. You know, so, you know, I'm the wrong person to ask that. You should ask, like, ketchup and mustard about that or something, you know, because I'm more of an arcade player, you know. Doesn't mean I don't play the new ones, you know. I prefer to just play for the story, but... sorry, that's Fire God Liu Kang, you're right. Sorry, apologies, I forgot. It looks like Fujin because of the hair, okay. But yeah, you are right. That's Fire God Liu Kang. Sorry. Lost passion for MK. Yeah. Where did you lose it, Picker? I'm curious. Which game for you, like, really, like, pissed you off? MK11 has got to be the worst MK I've ever played. Ouch. I think Special Forces is the worst. MKX and MK11. Fair enough. Would you say, Picker, though, Picker, sorry, that MK11 is worse than X? Because I would. Because I just made that argument before that the MKX title screen actually has, like, work put into it. It actually looks good. And these ones are just, Kombat Aftermath in big fucking letters. Like, with no picture background. Like, the background makes no sense. I was like, what is this crap? Ketchup and NRS minions. I don't like opinions from people who have personal... That's true to a degree, Zeta. I'm not saying you're wrong. But I do know them. And they're still pretty cool dudes, man. You know, but yeah, they do, you know, they are in with NRS, you know, and I called out Ketchup on it once, and he didn't like that, you know, but they still know how to play the game, man, you know, so if you ask them about that, they'll give you a proper reply, more than I can, you know, because I just don't care about playing the new ones as good as the arcades. For me, it's about the arcades. You know, the arcades played very differently. Dennis Sheed is such a jerk who hates a real MK fans with opinions. Exactly, dude. Exactly. I'm glad you remember my tweet. You know, or was it my video? Or was it both? Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed he just tweets all the time now. Like, all the fucking time since I called that motherfucker out. And I know why. I know why. Because he wants to be, he's actually really cool. Look, he's sharing artwork with us. Oh, I should show you how this look. I should show you this. I should show you that. Oh, this is when I did this. Yeah, that's after he called everyone fucking, you know, called us out for being not fans. Because we didn't like the stupid shit that they were putting in the game. Fuck that. I remember, and I'll forever remember. Have you ever apologised, Denise Seed, for calling the MK fans not fans for hating Jax's woke-ass MK ending? Have you ever apologised? Nah. And it ended up being... what did I miss? Oh, let me go back. I was on a bit of a rant there, sorry. I remember when I messaged you when the MKX mobile game came out, and I told you the music and the music theme sounded like Injustice. Yeah, you told me no way, that's the theme. It's probably Injustice. Just a mobile game. That's true. I did say that, and it ended up being the theme in the actual game. You are correct. I apologise. You were 100% correct, and I thought there's no way in hell they're going to put that in the game because it sounds like Injustice. And then it was in the game. And Pickup Beats was right. And TMK was wrong. And TMK is man enough to admit when he was wrong. But you gotta admit, I honestly thought they would never put that in the game. That doesn't sound anything like Mortal Kombat. Is there even any music in MK11? Doesn't it just start up and go... Doesn't it just make some fucking sound when you start MK11? It does. It just makes some sound. It goes... or something. And it just says Mortal Kombat 11. Or Aftermath. From the words of Jim Sterling, it's an asset swap. Exactly. I honestly do believe that they just... that background in MK11 was just straight swapped out. Ah, who cares? Yeah, no one cares about the background. Fuck that. Wish John Tobias would come back. The story might be actually good again. We all want John Tobias to come back, but I honestly don't think that will ever happen. Even though I think he works for Warner Brothers now, though. I think he's, but I don't think it's on a Mortal Kombat project. I think it's something else. That's cool, though. It's funny because he tweeted out, a lot of people think, you know, might assume that me working for Warner Brothers, he'd be on a certain project. He wouldn't say Mortal Kombat, but it's not what you think, he said. I'm like, bugger. It's not that I hate the story right now. I don't think the story's terrible now. I mean, some of it is. Mel and Matt, I don't know the full details. There might... I think the falling out was work related, honestly, if there was one. I think it happened on the... And I'm not putting anything out there, okay? Don't quote me, okay? I'm guessing, because I don't know, and neither do you. No one knows, except those guys, what was actually said. But I assume that there was some sort of work fallout, you know, and Tobias left. You know, I think these dudes are fine with each other now. You know, I think they're good, still good friends, man. Because they started Mortal Kombat, man. That's a deep thing, man. They worked together for a long time. So, you know, sometimes you have fights with friends and you get over it, right? You know, you'll always remember that, but you get over it and you move on. Picker Beats, it's bad, man. I'm being corrected again by Picker. It's bad, so bad. I don't know. I hated Aftermath more. I hated what they did to Sindel the most. You know, the thing, I swear to God, the absolute worst thing about Sindel is that she looks really good. She really does. It's like they did it on purpose. Like they knew that fuckwits like me were out there going, oh, the skin sucks. So they made Sindel look awesome, right? They made her look fucking... I even gave her big tits. Big fucking melons sticking out on the front. I'm like... I said they'd never do it. It was like a big fuck you to TMK. Oh, there's no tits. They put Sindel in big fucking melon tits cleavage. They made her look fucking awesome. But... because they did all that crap, they had to wokeify the fuck out of it. Well, fucking... we'll change the whole history. She lied about everything. Everything! And when you beat the game, Shao Kahn fans you because you're Sindel. That's the worst, man. That's actually worse than just hating the skins or the story. The fact that they did those two things to that character. They made the skin like so good, and then they made the story so fucking shit. Like each end of the scale. Fuck, that makes me so mad. That's the worst thing in MK11. The hands down worst fucking thing. Because everyone likes how that skin looks. The Sindel skin looks good. It's probably the best in the game. But I can't bring myself to play that character. I'm like, no, I won't do it. I won't do it. I'm like, the tits look fantastic, but I won't play that character. I'm like... the hottest chick in MK11 to me is Cassie Cage. But she looks like a robot, dude. She's a space robot. Cassie Cage, Jackie Briggs, and Frost, all robots. And no boobs. Bring back the boobs! I can see, I can feel a lot of people tweeting about me now. He's so sexist. He's such a misogynist. I can hear them. trying to find a picture of Sindel here to remind you guys how awesome she is. I don't think I have a render handy. Oh wait, I might. Oh, I know where the render is. So annoying. No, I'm gonna Google it because it's not gonna have the right one. Nope, computer's being weird. Better give it a sec. Did wear a thong in Deadly Alliance? Sonya Blade? Yeah, she did. New sub up was a misjudgment. Just stick us on MK11. Look at this. Just a reminder. Just a reminder. Oh, fucking computer. This computer's like had it. It's so shit. Oh, that's a grainy photo. Shit, I apologize. Sorry, I thought that was a good one. It's not. But you can see the cans on her. Is this one better? This one's better. Look, okay, I'll get rid of this one. It's got the same shit. Okay, look how good she looks. It's like they made that skin so good, and then they made her so woke. Why? Why? The skin is like so good. I would lick her boots, the simp that I am. See, you get it. We like to have that connection with the characters, right? It's fun to play as a hot chick character in games, right? It's fun to like ogle them even though they're not real, right? but Sindel sucks. That's the problem. Sindel sucks so bad. This story sucks. I want to find the guy who did that. I wish I would fess up, because I honestly don't know who wrote Sindel's story. I've heard rumours that it's Sean Kittleson because he worked on the writing team, and I've heard rumours that it's that Dominic Cinciato. I don't know who it is. No, it's not John Vogel. I don't know who changed her fucking story, but whoever did needs to be spoken to. What are you doing, man? You can't just change the story for no fucking reason. Her Revenant form's better? No, I don't like her Revenant form. I don't. I think that form is better. That's why I specifically loaded up that picture, because that skin looks fantastic. It's actually, I don't know. You're saying it's actually Dominic Cianciolo. Are you correcting the way I said his name, or are you saying it's actually him who did the writing? You're probably correcting my name, and I'm sure I said it wrong. I'm not Italian, mate. I'm Australian, all right. All our names are boring. Revenant form trash. I think this form looks a lot better. I do. I think people like this skin a lot more. You know. I wish Shiva looked more like a brute. Shiva looks so much better in Armageddon. That's a good example. I don't think she looked good in 11. She looked better in Armageddon. Even though the renders for Armageddon were kind of hit and miss. Some of them were really, really, really like crispy, and some were a bit sort of rushed. You can tell they were a bit rushed, and I'll show you if I can find what I'm thinking about. Looks like I can. There it is. Yeah, it's a bit low res, but that's the JPEG version. I've got the Photoshop one somewhere, but these didn't look very crispy. But this render of Shiva, like her face, I think looks better than MK11. There's something off about MK11 Shiva. Can't figure it out. The face, you know. I honestly think this render looks better. Yeah, even though it's lower res and the quality's down, the face, the red eyes, I think that's it. It's the eyes, right? Her eyes are red. Look. Her eyes are red, man. Can I blow this up further? I can't. Her eyes are red. She doesn't have eyes. That's probably why. In 11, she's got normal eyes. She looks more scary, more supernatural here, glowy eyes. Not a lot of Mortal Kombat character has glowy eyes. We know Raiden does, because he's a god, and his eyes will either glow white or red, if good or bad Raiden. Scorpion, his eyes change, according to the Mortal Kombat 1 instruction booklet. His eyes vary. They change. You know, who else has glowy eyes? Maybe Fujin? Not Liu Kang. See, I'm having trouble even thinking of them off the top of my head. There's not a lot of Mortal Kombat characters that have glowing eyes. You know, you have to think of like the supernatural characters. So the fact that she has that is kind of interesting. Goro and Kintaro didn't. Maybe that's why they went back on it. I don't know. You know, she has more muscles than her MK11 version. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Havoc might have had glowing eyes, maybe. Oh yeah, Ermac would have. Yeah, he had green. He had glowing green eyes because of the souls, and Shang Tsung did too, I think. Yeah. So. I guess I'm running out of things to say, guys, but you know, I'm glad you all joined, and I'm glad I was able to talk to you a bit. You know, those title screens, they really piss me off. That MK11, the MK11 and the MK11 Aftermath title screens are a joke. They look nothing like Mortal Kombat. Keep talking? About what? About what? You gotta give me a topic. I can talk a lot of shit. Alright? I can talk a lot of shit about Mortal Kombat. That's my specialty. That's like a lot of people in life, they achieve things, they invent things, you know, they cure things, they fucking, you know, they make a lot of money. I've done none of that. Alright, my specialty is talking crap about MK. That's it. That's my thing. Okay, I'm not rich. I haven't been successful in jobs. I've invented anything. I haven't. It's like, so my specialty is talking shit. I'm MKOG. Well, that's true. I am OG. You know, I missed your comment. Sorry, Turbo Alpha. Let me go back and look for it. Hang on a sec. Tanya has no pupils in MKX. Looks kind of cool. Like how some SF characters have no pupils. Oh yeah, that is kind of cool. Can you talk about the different crypts in the games? The crypts. Okay. I guess. Look, the crypts. The crypts are a sub thing. I don't think their look is much more important than the title screen, because your title screen you're gonna see it every time, right? It's still got to look good, the crypts, but it's mostly functionality for the crypts. I think the best one. And let me think here. So you got Deadly Alliance, you got Deception, Armageddon, and 9 and X and 11. So you started off with a crypt that had 676 coffins in MK Deadly Alliance, right? You had a perfect grid of coffins, and they unlocked artwork or music or whatever, right? And it was done as a graveyard. It looked really good. And then Deception did the same sort of thing. You know, Armageddon then changed the look of the crypt to like wall crypts. Like coffins were in the walls, and then you like you're in a mausoleum sort of thing, and you had different walls with different crypts in the walls. You know, so the first three were very functional. MK9 was probably, I think, one of the best, and this just goes to show that MK9 was fucking awesome. You had guys on stretchers, and you'd kill them instead of opening a coffin. You'd like dismember dudes, and then you'd get the item from them, or a head would drop, or this thing would go up this tree, come out of this container in the tree, and like come out, and I don't know, all weird shit like that. MK9 was really cool. It had a cool look, had a cool animations, and it had good stuff to unlock too. So MK9 was probably one of the best. But in terms of functionality versus adventure, so I would group MK, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, and 9 in one group. And 9 would be the best. The second group would be MKX and MK11, where it wasn't just a finding things thing anymore. It's now an adventure. You now have to control a guy and run through and follow a linear path to find coffins to unlock things to, you know, and there's puzzles and stuff, right? So MKX and 11 became more puzzle based, so they're in a different category from the other ones. I don't think it's fair to put X and 11 up against the other ones because they didn't have that element. And obviously MKX started that, and MK11 expanded upon it. So MK11's better. A lot of people hate the jump scares. Oh, I think they're fun. I think they're good. It's part of the fun of going into like a spider den. Of course, the spider's going to jump out at you. Which characters would you like to see come back in MK12? I haven't really thought about it, but oh, excuse me. The usual suspects: Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, Nitara. The character, I guess I have to look at the characters and how they ended in 11 and think about it more. But if I could have a character come back, and I've been very vocal about it, the three characters I kept asking for were Serena, Fujin, and Nitara. They were the three characters I thought, no, not Melina. Melina's been in like every MK. I'm actually glad she's not in this one. Okay? I'm actually glad. Sorry. I know it's not fair when your favourite character's not in the game. I understand. But we need to have room for some of the other characters to return. Okay? So, because of that, we got Fujin finally in the game. So Fujin was one of the three characters I recommended. Fujin and Serena were very similar in the fact that they've both only been in sort of one game, you know, and hadn't had another game to really shine and be expanded upon. That's why Serena should be brought back to be expanded upon in the game. I want Nitara because I just think Nitara was a cool character. I just do. I don't know. There's something... she just looks great. A vampire character. Let me bring up a picture. For those who don't know. I'm sure you all do, though. I've got a render here somewhere. Nitara, just a great character. Just great looking. With the wings, the vampire wings, I'm not sure what she's really wearing. Some sort of like hooded thing behind her, the necklace, the bandana, the chopsticks in the hair, the sleeves that are part of that sort of coat thing. It's sort of like just a cape, really. And then in the front, you sort of just got a bra and panties sort of thing. But it's not just that. It's all the other shit that makes this character look awesome. All the gold trimming on the legs. that little like vampire dagger thing sort of on the belt there, the gold belt, the claws, and even the bra just having like the armor studs on it, and like she's just a cool looking character. You know, I'd just like to see her come back in MK12. Now, she actually cameoed in Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. For those of you who saw it, she was actually cameoed in it, and I was fucking gobsmacked when I saw that. I actually started. Look, I'm just gonna say this, okay? I honestly think I'm one of the only people who's asking for this character to come back. I hardly ever see other people ask for this character to come back, and maybe I just don't see it. So when they decided, out of all the guest characters that they could have put in Scorpion's Revenge, and I saw Nitara in there, I'm like, well, someone saw my tweet. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I think about it, because I didn't really see anyone else asking for her to come back. I just think she's a good character. She's got a good story. She's from another realm. She can easily be inserted into the Mortal Kombat story. You know, I mean, she needs to get something, whatever. In Deadly Alliance, it was an orb. She was after an orb or something. She was working with Cyrax or something. I'm bad at remembering some of the stories. Yeah, she was after this orb. I remember that. So it's easy to put her in the game. It's easy to expand upon the character, you know. I just think it would be cool to have some of these era characters back. And a lot of people seem to think they hate the Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon era characters. They brought back some. Like, they won't bring back Movado. Doesn't look like. They definitely won't bring back Suhao. That's fine. No one liked Suhao. Like, they didn't even like him on the MK team. I don't think any MK fan out there likes Suhao. I don't think I've ever seen anyone out there saying, bring back Suhao. You know, so having him dead and having MK11 start by throwing their head on the ground is really quite great. Darius, I don't know, I kind of like Darius. I think it's just the moves and the afro. Suhao's amazing. Amazingly bad. Yeah, John Bogle hates Suhao. He said it in that video. So Suhao's back, much to my dismay. Yeah, he has to say it nice. I wish I could have been in the meetings when someone went, "Oh, we're putting Suhao back in," and then someone, "Why? Why? What for? That character's shit." They'll never say that about their own characters, but you know behind the scenes they probably are. No, that character sucks. Someone needs to bug NetherRealm Studios. Put bugs all over the walls, all over the meeting rooms. Hide them in chairs. I want to hear. I want to hear how those meetings go. I want to hear how those meetings go. Really, because they never talk about it. They're like, we have a meeting and we decide who's going to be in the game. I want to hear one of the meetings. I didn't hate, excuse me, I didn't hate Jarek. A lot of people seem to. I get it, though. I get the hate. I get it. But I didn't hate him as much as Kai or Daru. I'd see Natara being a rival of Devora. You see, that could work. Yeah, it could work. The last good MK soundtrack was Armageddon. Ouch. MK9 was good, dude. MK9 was really good. I love MK9. Taven and Dagon. The problem with Taven and Dagon is that they're tied to the story of Armageddon. So if you're going to bring them back, they have to be involved with the story. That's why, and that's why they should stay out of it if they're not going to be part of the story. You know, the Armageddon had some really great supporting characters. I really liked that Taven and Dagon's parents, Dahlia and what was his name? What was the guy's name? Dahlia was his mum, and Was it just Argus? Because it's the Temple of Argus. Must have been Argus. Argus. Dahlia and Argus were the parents. It was Argus, thank you. I just wasn't sure because I knew the temple was the Temple of Argus. Anyway. Yeah. It was really interesting that how she was a fortune teller sort of character, and she could foresee that this event was happening, and then we set up all the characters, and then had Karo and Oron, the two dragons that protect them, and everything. It was good. It went with the story and the characters, and it was all great, But if you take them out of that environment of Armageddon and you take them out of that story, are they still great now? If you put Taven and Dagon in the game, are they still going to be part of the story? Are they still going to be great characters? MK11 soundtrack is better than MKX, but not much. Anyway. What about Aqua, the ninja with the duck mask? What? Your thoughts on Cyborg Frost? I hate Cyborg Frost with a passion. With a passion. I liked standard Ninja Frost. And that's forever on now. Apparently guest characters sell a lot. Yeah, they do. Unfortunately. Sadly, none of the characters will return, and they keep adding guest movie characters. Exactly. King Jared should be the final boss in 12. No, I think Anaga needs to come back, actually, for a boss character. Considering Anaga was very powerful, very strong, and that he ruled Outworld before. There should be a war for Outworld going on. That should be the story. There should be. Anaga wants it back. He was the original ruler. Khan took it off him. Khan wants it back. And then you've got Kotal Khan, who had it and lost it, and now you got Katana Khan, right? So there's a story just there for the next game about who wants to take back Outworld, who wants to be the new ruler. You know what I mean? And out of all those characters, if you look at them all, Katana's no Shah Khan, and she's no Anaga. She's no yeah, so honestly, if you look at those characters, Anaga and Shao Kahn are going to be the strongest. I think Kotal Khan is a wimp, personally, and I think Katana is just a B-level character. She's not on the level of any of the other three, but Anaga and Shao Kahn would absolutely destroy Kotal Khan. So that's why as much as you guys, not all of you hate it, as much as you guys didn't like the MK11, I loved all that stuff with Shah Khan and Kotal Khan fighting. I loved that stuff. That was the best part of the Mortal Kombat 11 story. That was my favourite. I actually really enjoyed playing that part, where they're in the Colosseum and Shah Khan and Kotal Khan finally fight. And he calls him a fake emperor and all that. That was great, man. That was fucking sick. And the only part I liked in Aftermath, and I was really tired, and I haven't played it again, I need to, because I was so tired that night. But the only part I loved was when Khan killed Kotal Khan and threw his head off the ship. Because I just feel like he's such a weak character. And I was just like, that was the only part that I thought was awesome. Do you know what I mean? But in contrast to the rest of the story, it didn't feel like it made any sense. I honestly think that if they're going to have a new boss in MK12, it should be Anaga. Shao Kahn was talking to him like wrestling. Yeah, kinda. It was smack talk. But look, here's the thing. Khan is like that. Khan's a brute. He says stupid shit. In Australia, we call them meatheads. They don't really say anything interesting. They're not smart people. They just talk shit. Oh, I could smash you if I wanted to. Meet me at the McDonald's car park. I'll fucking smash you. This is moron talk, right? And meatheads are usually like, and not all people Not all strong guys are meatheads, but a lot of them are. They feel like they're so strong, like, you know, they got their real hot girlfriend and they're like, "Rrr," and they feel like they own the lands. You know, if you get in their way, they'll start talking shit to you like that. Oh, you want to go, mate? You want to go outside? You know, they'll talk to you like that. It's kind of in line with how Shah Khan would be. Do you know what I mean? He is a brute. He is a moron. You know, he just cares about ruling and being powerful. You know? Kodal's got so many L's here. Make the Undertaker, I guess, character. No. I love Terry's talk. Oh, you actually like Terry's talking to him. Okay. Okay, good. You get it. Then you get the way they wrote him. Yeah. That was actually quite good. Anaga is a Chad. Come on, man. Anaga's awesome. TMK sounded like half the dickheads at the pub with a Ford Falcon. Oh my god. Tell me about it. But dude, I drive a Ford Falcon, okay? So we're not all like that. I drive a Ford Falcon. I love wrestling promos, yeah. But it fits in line with the character. The character's a brute and you know. Yeah, I drive a really old Ford Falcon. My dad gave me my car, so that's my car. It's from like 96 or something. It's old. Old. I don't care, it gets me around, that's all I need. I didn't drive for so many years, you know, so I couldn't afford a car. My dad got a new car, he gave me his one, so. You could have said a Lancer. No, but you're right, dude. You're right. In Australia, it's either you're either a Ford fuckwit or a Holden fuckwit. Especially the Aussies. There's a way to rivalry between Ford and Holden in Australia. Big rivalry with what you drive. You know, cars are overrated. Exactly, dude. I'm just lucky to have been driving a car. You know. I honestly don't care. The only thing I really changed when I got the car off my dad, it just had the stock radio in it. And it was just a really shit radio. It was like, I think it was just AM or something. And I said to my dad, that's gone. And I put in this like Sony fucking space age. I didn't change the speakers. I didn't put a subwoofer in or anything. I just changed the head unit. So I could play CDs, USB, NFC, Bluetooth, everything. So I got all my Mortal Kombat tunes on there. I got all my stuff. I usually just use the USB port. You know, my dad was like, oh, you got rid of the radio. I'm like, yeah, I got rid of the radio. It had a cassette deck. I've got it. I think I've got it here. Do you want to see it? I think it was old ass. Fuck. That's the one I put in. It changes colors. You guys want to see my old radio? This thing is so old, dude. And yes, it had a cassette deck. That's it. See, just a radio. AM FM radio with tape deck. Oh, man. I like old tech, but I like to actually listen to the music that I want to listen to. Yeah, it's an antique. No, it is. No, it is an antique though, dude. We're talking 96, man. The MK movie came out in 95. It is an antique. It is. Your mum's old Escort had one of them? Yeah. Yeah, they're old, man. They're old. But, you know, I like the new one. It's good. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Fuck. Running out of things to talk about. I've had a lot of videos that I've thought about making over the last few weeks. I've just been lazy, I guess. YouTube videos. I had a whole lot that I thought about. A whole list that of videos that should I make? I don't know. I know. Everything feels oversaturated at the moment. You know. I don't know. I wanted to talk about Last of Us Part 2. I wanted to talk about Double Dragon 2. It's a video I wanted to do for a while. I wanted to talk about some other things too, you know. You know, I can do this more often if you think... I can do this more often if you think I should. You know, because this is so much easier for me. That's why I did this today. I'm like, I'm just going to turn on the webcam and just let people come in and talk. And I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And, you know, and that's going to be it, you know. So, you wish you were born in the 90s? Yeah, the 90s was fun, man. You have an idea for a video. Do a review or something of the old game Way of the Warrior. I've never played Way of the Warrior, so I don't really have like passion to do that sort of review. The thing that made me passionate about the Tattoo Assassins one was when I saw it, I just couldn't believe what a rip-off of MK it was. Like, it literally says this game has 3,000 fatalities in it, like on the title screen. I was like, fuck off. You liar. You liar. Whatever it said. I'm like, you liar. I'm like, you're lying. Don't lie to me, arcade game. Whatever it said, whatever the number was. That's what made me want to do that review. I'm like, you are lying to me, game. I actually got to... I don't have a photo, but I actually got to play on the cabinet. I actually got to play on a Tattoo Assassins arcade at Galloping Ghost Arcade when I was in Chicago. Because he actually had it there, and I couldn't say anything. Because he hadn't unveiled it yet. And I saw it when I was talking to him in his, like, office. The office isn't open to the public. It's part of where they prepare things. And then when the games are finalised, they get and then go into like the public part where you can play the games. And I'm talking to him, and I'm talking to him like this, and then over his shoulder, I see in the corner, like it finally grabs my attention. Like halfway through this conversation, just talking, whatever, I'm like, I see on the side, I see the Tattoo Assassins arcade. I'm like, I go, is that a Tattoo Assassins in the corner? Cabinet? He goes, yeah. I go, is it just the cabinet? He goes, no, it's the whole thing. And then he told me the story how he got it. I'm like, he goes, you can't tell anyone. We haven't unveiled it yet. Alright, yep, fair enough. You know, so I didn't take any photos of it. I thought, better not to. I don't want to ruin the surprise or anything because I forgot not to show this photo or something, right? So I didn't even take a photo playing it, but I wish I had of. Because I don't have a photo playing it now, but I actually played Tabmock on it too, and we had a game on it, so it was good to even. I will say this: the game actually plays better playing it on an arcade cabinet, but it's still such a rip-off of Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Way of the Warrior is like Tattoo Assassins made by Naughty Dog. Oh, Naughty Dog, man, they're in a lot of trouble. Last of Us Part 2 is like in such a mess right now. We can't get those we can't get arcade 1-ups in Australia. We can't get them at all because it's too expensive to bring one here because they're too heavy. Okay. There was excuse me. There was one time when Big W apparently and Aldi, which is a supermarket in Australia, was selling them. I never saw them at Big W. I did see them at Aldi, and when I saw them at Aldi, they were already half price. They were pissing them off, and it was just when they were pissing them off, it was just the Midway one that had the joust in that, and that was it. After that, they never got them again. It sucks because everyone wants the Mortal Kombat one, and everyone wants the Ninja Turtle one, and everyone wants the other one. But because those first ones didn't sell, no one will sell them in Australia. And you can't, it's not like I can go on Amazon and go, I'm going to buy one because like the shipping is insane because it's all wood. It's like really heavy. And the way shipping works is they either charge you by weight or size unless you sort of like courier it into like a shipping container or something and pay sort of one flat fee. And it's expensive either way because it's so fucked. So that's why you won't see any Australian YouTuber with the arcade 1-up behind them. Oh, yeah, man, I'm here to talk about the latest topics, man. And they've got all those fucking arcade 1-ups behind them. It kind of pisses me off sometimes. But, you know, whatever. To each their own. They're going to announce a new MK arcade. I'd like to play on it, honestly, because I've heard the emulation isn't perfect. But look, that's okay, because the price on those things, isn't it like $300 or something? The price is good for what you get. It really is. I'm not hating on them. I just get sick of seeing every YouTuber with it behind them in every video. Oh, look at me, I love pop culture. Here's all my pops. And here's my MK arcade 1-ups. And here's those triangle light things that PewDiePie had in his video. I'll get them because PewDiePie had them. I'll put them in the background. You know, and just, holy shit. And it's just like, oh. Sometimes YouTube's just like, oh. There's no creativity anymore. Everyone just copies everyone. You know? My MK arcade doesn't work. I tried to fix it a few times. I did a few videos about it. It still doesn't work. Apparently someone told me it's the flyback transformer on the chassis board. But you can't get these parts anywhere. So it's like, I got a bit more money now though. I might be able to actually get it repaired now. Because back then when I was making those videos, I was strapped for cash. And I was literally like, I'm going to try changing this capacitor. It looks like it leaked. And I changed that one and then nothing would happen. Can you do a video of what should be done to make MK great again? Oh. That would be a long video, man. That would be a long fucking video. But, I mean, look, this video is part of it. Like, they can't even get the title screen right. Like, how do you fuck that up? And maybe, like, they think the title screen's great. Oh, it's so great. But I'm telling you it's not. We don't know what the fuck it is. I think one guy in here reckons it's Chronicler's Keep, and maybe it is. Maybe that's one guy in here that was able to guess. But it just looks like a mess. It doesn't really echo Mortal Kombat. You know, I just hate the way you get onto the select screen, and there's no cool music anymore, even. On the select screen, it's boring. When you go to pick your character, there's nothing. They focus on the sound effects more. Remember when they had cool music on the Mortal Kombat games? On the select screens? They don't do it anymore. They're boring. Select screen is boring. Remember this? Remember this shit? That was the first ever Xbox audio file I ripped. Was that music. I wanted the Choose Your Fighter music. Because I didn't know anything about Xbox ADPCM codec. And I remember Garrett from MK Online helped me with it. He's like, you're missing the codec. I'm like, I thought I ripped it right. He's like, you did. You're missing the codec. That's why you can't hear it. And I didn't even know there was an Xbox ADPCM wave codec. You know, and I had to learn all this stuff. And now I'm an expert at ripping music and the games and that. I've read so much and I've downloaded so many tools and tried out all these tools and just tried out shit and, you know, just got everything working. You know, but like, you hear that and it's just so good. You know, you hear Deception. It's just so good. You know, and I could play MKDC right now, and all you guys go, no, I don't like that one because it's got a slow, drawn-out superhero epic theme, right? But that is still better than the MK11 one. Well, there's no music in MK11. There's none in MKX. They literally stopped doing select screen music. Like, why? 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 I can't even play your MK11 Chronica theme. I'll get hit with a copyright strike. Well, not strike. Content match or whatever bullshit. I can't play that theme at all anymore because they sell it on Spotify. No, I can't. MKDC. Okay, you want to hear MKDC? I actually like it. It's better than Injustice. Where the hell is it? Should be here. Oh, it's in here. It wasn't in order properly. Is this it? X is too blank. There's no theme in X. There's nothing. It just... There's nothing. On the title screen. There's nothing. Same with 11, there's nothing. Yeah, this theme's good. I honestly think this theme is really good. I do. It's long. It's quite long. But that's because it's superhero epic. I don't know who at NRS said that, but I'd love to ask Mick about that. I don't know if it was Dan or Brian. They said head of audio department, so... That's a shitty thing to say, though. That's a shitty thing to say at an organization. I can tell you now, I spoke to Mick before any of that happened. And he told me how much he would love to do music for Mortal Kombat. He told me he wanted to. He told me face to face, off camera, how much he wanted to do music for Mortal Kombat. And I said that would be great, man. Like, I think you could really bring some interesting ideas over, you know? yeah, I honestly think that Mick could bring some interesting ideas to MK. You know, his process is nuts. It's nuts. Like, the lengths that he went to make the Killer Instinct tracks, and the things that he did on Doom are just next level shit. You know what I mean? Like, he hid images in the Doom music in the oscilloscope, like 666 and stuff. He hid that just in the waveform, just as a joke, as an Easter egg, and people found them. Like, people would go on these audio Easter egg hunts and find them. Fucking amazing. I've interviewed Mick Gordon twice, okay? I've actually interviewed him twice. Before he was even famous, before he even did Doom. When he was on Killer Instinct, I put him aside and went, please, can I do an interview with you? That's the very first PAX, 2013. He said, yeah, man, no worries, you know? Which was great. He's just so friendly. And that interview's on my YouTube channel. If you search Mick Gordon, you should find it. And he gave me this great interview, you know. And then I did an interview again at BAM, Battle Arena Melbourne, which is a fighting game sort of scene. Was it 2014, 2015? One of them. And I interviewed him again there. And that's where we were talking a bit about off camera. A bit more relaxed because we were playing MK. I tweeted out the photo. We were playing Killer Instinct, sorry. He knew so much about Killer Instinct too. He could kick my fucking ass at that game. He actually learnt the game. He didn't just be like, I did the music, you know. He got right into the project. He actually knew the game. And while we were sitting there playing, he told me how much he'd love to do music on Mortal Kombat, you know. And I said, well, I'm sure the fans would welcome you because you have this, like, this way of doing things. Like, in Killer Instinct, when you win a fight, you got this great music track that he's made, and then at the end you had this dynamic mode where the music took on, it was alive. It would ramp up the way you would build up your combos. You know, it had its own style. It was part of what the game was doing. The game and the music were connected. It wasn't just, and here's some music over the top. It was actually sort of connected with what was going on in the game. I'd never really seen that done before, and I thought that was really great. You know, seeing that style come into the game. And that made Mick famous. Because he did, I mean, Mick's been doing music a long time. Not to, you know, discredit his old work, but I honestly think when he did Killer Instinct, it blew him up. Right? And when he did Doom, oh man, the Doom soundtrack is so good. And I'm really cut. I actually missed out at one of the PAXs. I found out at the last minute that he was playing like a mini concert at like PAX 2015 or 16, and I tried to get in. I tried everything to get in. My media badge, everything, and they would not let me in because it was full. And PAX has this rule: once a room is full, they will not let you in, no matter who you are, unless you may be AAA access, like staff member at PAX. They will not let you in. I tried everything. I said, please, I've interviewed this guy so many times. Like, I didn't know about this. I would have got here earlier. It didn't matter. They don't care. They actually don't give you any sort of special privilege being media or content, which I kind of respect. I get it. But, like, I was so pissed I didn't get to cover that content. And I missed that he played some of the Doom music at PAX on stage. And I was like, oh, that's so fucked that I missed that out. That's so fucked. I was so pissed off. You know, and then he went over to America at the VGAs and played a full-on Doom concert. He's up there on stage playing and fucking doing Rip and Tear live. You know, the guy's just a legend. You know, and it's really sad what happened with Doom Eternal. Like, a lot of people still like the music. The music itself speaks for itself. but he didn't mix it. And I know he has no problem with the other guy that works at Bethesda, Chad. I'm actually friends with Chad on Facebook. I was friends with Chad and Mick. And when Mick got really famous, he sort of ditched everyone off his Facebook. I was one of them. I was like, oh, damn. But I'm still friends with Chad. And, you know, he went through this whole thing with Bethesda. I'm just commenting. I don't know the full details other than what he said. But I just get the feeling that he asked for an extension and he got it. But at the same time, they got someone else to mix his music. I just get the feeling that he would be pissed off if someone was then mixing his shit. Do you know what I mean? And so he probably just said, fuck this, and just gave up on it. You know what I mean? Because I'd be pissed too. Because his music has its own identity, its own thing. And I haven't spoken to Mick. I haven't asked Mick anything, okay? I just feel like that's what happened. I feel like he felt betrayed that they asked someone else to mix his tunes. You know, even though he said he'd get it done after he asked for an extension. Yeah. And I honestly think that's what happened. And he's never really spoken much about it, you know, so. I kind of want to ask him about it, and I kind of don't want to ask him about it, because it might be a sore point, you know, and you don't want to piss off celebrity, you know. But I don't. Maybe one day I'll ask him about it, and I'll see what happens, you know. I don't want to piss him off, but he's so chilled. He's such a cool guy. I can't see him getting too mad at me. Do you know what I mean? I can't see some celebrities are like, you can just tell they'll get pissed at if you say the wrong thing straight away. They think they're big shots, you know, bigger than they are. I like the chill people. I like the people you can just talk to, you know. And that was definitely Mick. I'm sitting there playing Killer Instinct, and we were just talking about the game and Mortal Kombat, and he talked about how he grew up. You know, the reason he got that Killer Instinct job was because he grew up with playing Killer Instinct and MK, you know, and that's why he would love to have worked on MK. Because it was a dream of his that he got to work on Killer Instinct. And I guess another tick in that box would be MK, right? Because he'd hang out at the arcades and play them, you know? So, Ron Perlman was a dick? Was a dick where? I'm curious, actually. I'm curious. Explain. I'm kind of curious about this. Oh, we want him to do it, but I don't think he will now, after being treated like shit by whoever at NRS. He won't answer because he doesn't professionally want to shoot himself in the foot. But Mick Gordon and Dan Fulton working together would have been an awesome collaboration. Exactly, Vindicator. You met him at a con? Okay, everyone be quiet for a sec, because I met him at a con as well. And I want to hear your story first, and then I'll tell mine, pick a beats. He is... Because I think Ron Perlman... he's kind of nuts on Twitter. You know what I mean? I see his tweets all the time. I'm just sick of what you're talking about. It's politics, and I'm just sick of hearing it, really. Friend went up to him, and we were like, oh my god, it's Hellboy. The real Hellboy. Uh-huh. He's looked at us, not smiling or nothing. Uh-huh. Like he had a bad day, I don't know. Did he say anything, though, or did he just have that look? Sometimes celebs can have that look on their face, picker, and it's just resting bitch face, is what we call it. They just look like they're in a fucking bad mood. And apparently I do this at cons all the time because I stress out. I'm tired. I look mad. People have said at cons. I've had fans come up to me and go, you just looked like you were mad. I'm like, no, I'm just, I don't know. I hate cons, sort of. But I put up with all the shit, you know. It's a negative feeling. I don't think he said anything. Oh, fair enough. Okay, I'll tell you my experience. So, it was 2015 he came to Oz Comic Con. Ron Perlman, right? And at this Oz Comic Con, I was not media. Because I went at the very last second and I didn't apply for any of the stuff. I had absolutely no fucking money for this thing, okay? I paid for the entry ticket. And I just went to get a few photos. And I think William Shatner was at this Comic Con. And so was Ron Perlman, okay? There were some big names at this Comic Con. And I had no money to meet them or get an autograph or get a photo. I don't think I got anything from that Comic Con. So what I did was I did what I could do. I went to the Ron Perlman panel because I was a big fan of Sons of Anarchy, and I went up and I asked a question. And I do like to ask questions at cons because I think you do get some interesting information back. But I asked him, and they were checking what your questions were. And I think it's because they were getting some dumbass questions like, are you married? Would you marry me? Or something personal like that you shouldn't ever ask someone. I don't know. And I'm like, well, my question's about working with Kurt Sutter on the show. Kurt Sutter was the guy that writes Sons of Anarchy, the director. He seems to have a really great vision for his stories most of the time. So they went, yeah, that's fine, you know. So I asked my question, and he just looks at me, and I asked the question, what's it like working with Kurt Sutter? And he said something back, and I've got the DVD. I've actually got the DVD. I haven't watched it back. He said, I don't think he snapped my head off, but he's like, I don't think he said, I'm not going to answer that question or anything. I honestly forget, but it was something, it hinted at the fact that he didn't want to answer the question, okay? In a non-rude way, okay? And I just said, oh, okay, like that in the microphone. And then I was about to, like, walk off. And then he answered the question, and he talked about it. And I went, okay, thank you for answering my question. And he answered it. But I can see what you mean. Like, it looked like for a second he wasn't going to talk about it. But, you know, honestly, what I should have asked him was, and I didn't realise at the time, I stuffed up, the Ron Perlman was Striker. Sorry, was it Striker? Striker. In Defenders of the Realm. I should have asked him about that. I should have asked him about that, man. I found out later. I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. I forgot that he was the voice of Striker in Defenders of the Realm. But, yeah. He was. Yeah, I know. How many people ask him about that shit? That's why I should have asked him, because he probably would have answered it for sure. You know, anyway. I said thank you, Matt. And then at the end of the Q&A, I was sitting on the end seat and the aisle. I was on the aisle. And he finished the panel and he was walking out of the aisle. And as he's passing me, I said, thanks for answering my question, Ron. I appreciate that. And he just looked at me and went, and just kept walking. And I thought it was weird. I don't know, it just nodded like that. Like, I was just like, I don't know. I just thought he'd say, yeah, no problem, man, or something. You know, I don't know. He just looked at me. It was a funny look. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And I got a weird vibe from it because I've met a lot of celebs and I've asked a lot of questions and I've been to a lot of panels and I've done a lot of interviews. Man, I even met Christopher Lambert. Was such a nice guy, you know. And I don't know. It just felt weird. It just felt weird that he'd walk past and go, I don't know, maybe he just didn't want to talk to me or some shit and just wanted to thank me with it. But it's weird to do that, right? And that was my interaction with Ron Perlman. And I left out something, actually, because I had no money to get any like photos or autographs at this show. What I did was I snuck a photo of him before the panel, and I got blasted for it straight away. This lady ran up, "You can't take photos, you're not allowed," or something. And I went, "Oh, I didn't know, sorry." That's what I said. "Oh, I didn't know." And it didn't matter because I was not media. Like, I'm like, if they throw me out, whatever, I'll go home. If they tell me to delete the photo, I'm going to say no. But she didn't say delete the photo. Sometimes they do that. You have to delete the photo. You know, oh yeah, you want to see the photo? Yeah, I'll find it. I'll show you. I don't give a fuck. I will show you the photo. Because I knew it was him. I'm like, oh, that's him. I'm going to sneak a photo quickly. And I had to be like, set the camera up and then, wah! Like that. Like, to get it, you know? Whoopah! Ninja style. I got one of William Shatner as well. And he was cool. And I got another story that I'll tell you in a minute. Let me find this Ron Perlman picture. Or maybe it was 2014. I said 2015. That might have been wrong. Sorry. It was 2014, not 2015. Okay. I can tell because it was in a different location. That's where it was. That's right. Outside here. No. Oh shit, was it even earlier than that? Hang on, day 2. What is this one? It must have been 2013. Sorry, apologies guys. I thought it was later. See? Yeah, this was the one. Oh, and this was the other thing. I met, and I'll show you guys this photo. I met, and you can see here, I met Rob Paulson at this same convention, okay? And Rob Paulson, as you know, he's the voice of Donatello, Raphael, you know, Pinky and the Brain. He's this voice actor. You can see I'm wearing a Sons of Anarchy jacket there. This jacket fell apart recently. It was a really cheap knockoff. He was so nice. He was so fucking nice. He signed all my Turtle stuff. And then he saw that I had the Sons of Anarchy jacket on. And he goes, "You met Ronnie yet?" And he's like really good friends with Ron Perlman. And I go, "No, I haven't met him yet, but I'm hoping that I'll get to see him later." And he goes, "Oh yeah, he's a good friend of mine. You know, we've done a lot of voice work together." And I went, "Oh cool, yeah, that's awesome." And so I met him, and meeting the way these events work is usually the anime voice actors will be free to meet or get an autograph, which is great when you're poor, you know. But superstar celebrity like Ron Perlman, it was like $80 for a photo and $50 for an autograph, and I was squeezing to pay the $15 admission because I just didn't have the money. And so I met him for free, and I think I have a photo here of, yeah, I do. I have a photo of the stage, and there's the photo I snuck. Yeah, okay, cool, I got him. Alright, so 1 second, let me see which photo I want to load up first. Is it this one? No, that's blurry, that one. This one. Alright, here we go, this is the one I want to show. So this was the stage. So this was the panel that I went to, okay? This is the panel that I went to. So you can see he comes up on the panel. He's got the microphone there. And this is when Sons of Anarchy was really big, and obviously he's known for Hellboy. That was the panel I asked my question at. And then the photo I snuck seems to be... Oh no, that is at the start. Yeah, it was before. Okay. It's here. Now let me fix this. There we go. That's the photo I snuck. I ninja'd. I ninja'd that photo. I'm really good friends with the Oz Comic Con PR people now. Like, really good friends. The only reason I got that interview with Christopher Lambert was because of that, you know. Well, that could just be his face though, man. And like, he wasn't posing for a photo, so, you know, you can't really pick on him for his face here. This is being him there. And like I said, I was instantly told off for taking this photo. You can't take photos without permission. I'm like, sorry, I didn't know. You know how many times I've talked in a slow voice like that to someone? I didn't know. And they just think, like, you're stupid. And they just walk off. You know, like, it's the best thing to do. I'll tell you someone else, another photo I snuck at Comic Con. I'm so glad I've got this photo because this guy's a legend. The William Shatner, dude. You couldn't get into his panel. It was VIP access only, and I wasn't VIP. I was media. That didn't get me in that panel. So the lady goes, "Look, you can't come in." The lady was so nice guarding the panel door. She goes, I can't let media people in because it's a VIP panel. I go, bugger. I just wanted to get like a photo. I explained to her that I wasn't media, that's right, and that I normally am at these things. I just didn't apply. And she goes, well, I can't let you in. She goes, but he'll be coming through this way later, like in a few, 5 minutes. And I went, thank you. So she gave me a tip. He'd be coming through that way, and I snuck this photo as well. So, and I didn't get told off at all for taking this photo. So there's that. They saw me take the photo too. I literally jumped out and grabbed a shot, like, and they said nothing. You know, he didn't. I wasn't sicked upon. You can't take photos. Now I'll tell you another story. I used to know someone in the Pokemon Go community, and she was at these events. Like, she knew some of these celebs, or she knew someone who knew someone at these events, and she told me that Ron Perlman, apparently, he's a big whinger behind the scenes. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, no, I'm tired. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Apparently, he was supposed to do something at this Comic-Con, and he was whinging about it. I don't want to do that. I can't be bothered, or whatever. And they were trying to get him to do it. And he's like, I'm not doing it, or some shit. And it was in his contract or something. I found all this out. And then William Shatner came up to him and went, shut up and just do it. Shatner's fucking awesome. Have you ever gone on his Twitter? William Shatner's Twitter? He just tells people off. Any SJW that tries to get on his case, he just course corrects them. Bang! He doesn't take any shit. Shatner's great, man. If you guys haven't watched Boston Legal, watch Boston Legal. It is such a great fucking show. You got William Shatner and James Spader. Like, they're just two great fucking actors who play off each other's character traits so well. And it's just such a great show. There's one episode where William Shatner just shoots a guy because he threw a rock at him. Homeless guy threw a rock at him. He turned around and he shoots him with a paintball gun in the face. And they're like, you can't do that. He's like, he threw a rock at me. Why can't I do that? I'm like, exactly. It's like, he assaulted him. Oh, but he's homeless. It's like, so what? He threw a fucking rock at me. You know, there's a lot of interesting commentary in that show, you know, with what you can and can't do, you know. But yeah, anyway, that was my experience with Ron Perlman. I don't have nothing but I don't hate him or anything, but I did find his personality a bit weird. Okay, I'll say that. That's all I can comment on. But I don't like his Twitter. It's just too political. When's the next MK con? I heard a rumor that they were trying. Well, it wasn't a rumor. Sorry. I think the guy in charge of Kombat Con wanted to do another Kombat Con, but he's just waiting for this COVID shit to piss off. But he actually mentioned it on a live stream not too long ago. He hadn't mentioned it like for the longest time, so it looked like they're building up to bring it back and do another one. So, but there's no details other than that I know of. So I don't know. It just depends on money. Depends on money, depends what I'm doing, depends what's going on at the time, depends if it's this year. At the moment, I can't even leave Melbourne. I can't go without 5 kilometres of my house right now. Apparently that's changing today, though. Or not changing. You know, so... Nah, no link. There's no nothing. He just mentioned it, like, out loud. What year did the original MK come out? 92. Alright guys, I might wrap this up. It's been nice chatting to you, but the video's gone so off topic that it's not funny. I'm still gonna upload it though. People watch it, that's on them. If they don't watch it, that's up to them too. So I want to thank you for watching. Am I gonna get Mario All Stars 3D? I am! It's been pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it. I bought 2 of the Game & Watches. I'll talk a bit about this just before I go, because I do like Mario. I bought 2 of the Game & Watches. I bought Mario 3D World Plus and what is it? Bowser's whatever. I bought the 3D All Stars collection, and I bought the Mario and Peach amiibos as cats. What do you mean I don't like Mario? I love Mario. I've always played Mario. There's certain ones I haven't played though. You know. I love Paper Mario. It's fantastic. The Game & Watch is so great. My God. The Game & Watch is like... I saw that and I wanted it more than anything else that they announced. Because you got to understand, guys, when I was a kid, and I've still got them. I've still got my Game & Watches. No, I love Mario, dude. It must have come out wrong. I didn't get Mario Kart Home Tour. I know. Look, I've never been the biggest Mario Kart fan. I know. Shocker, right? I've got a few Mario Kart games. I've got Mario Kart Wii. I've never played it. I've got Mario Kart DS. I played the hell out of it because we were using the Wi-Fi system and it was really fun playing on our DSs. I had Mario 64. And I own Mario Kart SNES. Yeah, so... I've never been the biggest Mario Kart fan, but I'll say this. That looks amazing. What they announced. I don't know. I didn't even realise it's quite cheap. It's like $100 and you get the little cars that go around the room. I got carpet in here too. How does it work with carpet? I don't know if it'll work. But I think that's awesome. They got the cameras and shit. That's fucking sick. That's awesome. The potential to monetize that is amazing too. To buy new cars. Now you can buy the Peach car. Now you can buy the Toad car. Now you can buy the Bowser car. Now you can buy the whatever car. Imagine Scorpion and Sub-Zero and Smash. Oh, there was one stage where I thought that's what they were doing. I thought they might put Scorpion in Smash. Because then he can fight against Ryu. 2022 would be an awesome from Mortal Kombat Con. Take it easy, team. Stay safe in Melbourne. Yeah, I'm trying, dude. I'm trying. Anyway, yeah, I might actually end it now. But yeah, I did order a lot of that Mario stuff, and looking forward to checking it out. But the Game & Watch, that's November. But the Mario 3D Collection comes out later this month, so I might stream a bit of that. Keep an eye out for it, guys. If you're not watching too, I don't always put everything on YouTube. I do Twitch streams. I was doing a Paper Mario playthrough on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to finish that. I don't think people are interested. I was enjoying the game though. I'm not sure. I still haven't decided if I should finish it or not. I got like halfway through the game. Kind of makes you want to pay the rest. And I was enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Sometimes then I'll just go to Twitch so I can stream a different game. So if you're not watching on Twitch, follow me at Twitch. It's just TotalMK like it is everywhere else. And yeah. Yeah. It's been fun talking about the MK title screens and Ron Perlman. But yeah, the MK11 one sucks. MK11 one sucks. So yeah, it's been fun. I'll see you guys later. Peace.